Ladles and Jelly Spoons to Kohigh Mathy's vlog. For those of you that don't know, I have recently been on holiday. I've travelled to the other side of the world to visit Japan. And then I came back to this side of the world to be the best man at my friend's wedding up in Scarborough. As you can see, this is my first day back in the studio, filming new content that will be out, I believe, at the end of August and hopefully throughout September.
And we'll start off by... Was I on crack when I wrote this?
Just so everyone's aware, my plan is to actually do the Japan vlog, Japan/Scarborough vlog, I guess, next month, because there's an awful lot of footage to get through. I want to do it justice. Don't worry, this vlog will still have some hopefully interesting content for you.
Hello! I was going to spend today just doing a little bit of editing, maybe a little bit more YouTube planning. I've just received a message from a friend of the channel, Fantastic Mr. Connor.
Of course. I don't even know what to do anymore.
He said, "What are you up to?" "Not a lot." "Want to meet up in Leeds?" "Yes." Although it is looking a little bit damp, it's not pleasant out. From where he is in the world to where I am in the world, Leeds is probably about is the middle ground. It's still a fair distance for me to travel.
Establishing yourself with an idea. Just waited to ask the question after the drop shot.
Home use. Project Reality will be unveiled. No. Well, Ladles and Jelly Spoons, you have caught me at the end of a long morning/early afternoon filming. I've got something a little bit special. This is my first and possibly only CEX lottery. 1, 2. Yes. Oh, thank God, this is the replacement. And it is Tomb Raider 2. Oh, hello. Well, the front of the box isn't. That happened in transit, because if that has happened in transit, I'm going to be annoyed. I don't think it has. No. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It is Tomb Raider 2 on the original PlayStation. It has got quite a significant. It's got a significant crack in it. It's also got no front sleeve, but it does have a manual, and it does feel a bit grotty. I think the person who had this before me smoked. I'm actually, despite my initial reactions, I'm actually quite happy with that. If I want to get a front slip again and maybe a new box down the road, I will do. I'll tell you why I'm quite happy with that. Because mine, the one I own, looks like this. Yeah. Do you know what? It is one of my favourite Tomb Raider games of all time, Tomb Raider 2, and I just felt that I just needed to get a proper boxed copy. Yeah, okay, that was not the best, but it looks a damn sight better than this one on the shelf, or it will do. Number 2. Just like a band-aid, just rip it off. It is Who made it 3? Ooh! Ah! This game was originally $44.99. I have a very interesting story for Tomb Raider 3. It is in my retrospective review of Tomb Raider 3, so I'm not going to tell you now. I'm going to suggest you go and watch it. There'll be a link in the description down below and probably on screen at the moment. But, okay, Tomb Raider 3. It is a beautiful box. It is a beautiful box. I'm surprised they've left that on. I thought... But I really like that because it's a weird... There's a weird, nostalgic thing to see in that on there. I'm going to leave that on, I think. Okay, moment of truth. Wow. Wow. That book, again, yeah, manual, and the Lara merchandise catalogue, which I seem to remember having when I originally had the game. God, that is a poster calendar, Tomb Raider 3 poster, Expressions poster. I might take some close-up shots of it and do them as a bit of an overlay. That is, wow, the fact that it's got that in there, I mean, wow. I suppose I didn't actually check the disc for Tomb Raider 2. Oh, there is a pretty heavy scratch on that disc. Ooh. But other than that, I mean, that is as close to as perfect as you could possibly want it. It's beautiful. That's 2 for 2, realistically. I mean, that's cream of the crop, really. Couldn't want anything better than that. Okay, the final one. Rip the band-aid off and have a look. Oh! OG Tomb Raider 1 in the, do they call it a dual or double case? Now the box has got a bit of a couple of surface cracks on it, but again, I'm not a mint collector. I'm not a collector, I'm an enthusiast. Yeah, that is really nice. Okay. English and manual as well. Get ging and go. Get in. I didn't sniff the last one. He was definitely a smoker as well. You know when stuff has that like tobacco-y smell that if you smoke indoors. I don't know if it's as a bigger thing as it used to be when I was a kid, but yeah, you can tell from smelling stuff like, yeah, this person's a smoker. That's a very nice disc. I think it's been resurfaced. That is a very nice disc. The other side, oh yeah, it must be the original case as well because it's got the flat inlays on side 2. Oh yes. So I now have a complete PlayStation Tomb Raider collection. I've got 1, 2, 3, Last Revelation and Chronicles. Yeah, they're all the games that came out. Now that I've mentioned it, we all know you all want to hear it, don't you? All want to hear it, don't you? I say that. Hang on, where is Keith? Right, Ladles and Jelly Spoons, I am very excited about this. So let me give you a little bit of backstory. This is an eBay purchase. It's not a CX lottery or anything like that. I was recently going through some of my old things at my parents' house and I came across some old retro tech that I was surprised I still had, and it wasn't complete. And I saw it and I just thought, do you know what? It's a sign that actually I need to purchase the bit of retro tech again. I'm very excited. Don't want to ruin it. And I'm pretty sure the minute I cut through this main bit, people will probably work out what it is. Oh no, it's in the box. This. Renamed to Avalon Interactive by its owners, Titus. Only fun. Sorry about that. Suddenly realised I turned it over onto the side that had my name and address on it.
Eerie locations, all whilst trying to What's a perlicapur? Causing all sorts of chaos.
Why you keeping me waiting? Lose trust me.
Exclusive. It's developed by VU Games and is...
Kohigh.
Okay. Here we go. Old school Nintendo 64. I used to have one of these way back in the day. Now, as far as I understand it, as far as I can remember, I had the Pokemon Stadium edition because I bought it specifically for Pokemon Stadium. The N64 there. I'm not going to put it on there because it's... Stay like that. It came with two controllers. They are in... There's something also very nice about the N64 controllers. I keep meaning to get the one for the Switch. It's alright, it's okay. It's good. The other one. Also the fact that these are like, it's original. Like it's not, they're not like third party, two proper N64 controllers, not two third party controllers. You know, to say how old I know it is. Ah, yes, and the other nice thing was it comes with a HDMI converter as well. That was the other thing that sort of sold me on it. A memory card plus for the N64. I don't think this comes with a rumble pack. Power brick. And so the games that it came with are Star Wars Rogue Squadron, which I believe I own the GameCube version of, but Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which has, I think, recently come out on Xbox Games for Gold, or came out on Games Pass, but I've played that recently as well. FIFA 98, that'll just be kind of quite funny to play again. And finally in here we have got Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. I think this is considered like one of the better Turok games. I think I can't remember if I owned this one. Possibly I owned the first one. And the big one, they hit the quote-unquote heavy hitter. It's not necessarily a heavy hitter, and it is only the cart. It is Donkey Kong 64. Right, now, Mr. B. We need to get on this. I remember you telling me the story of you getting Donkey Kong 64 second hand. Please do check out my video that I did with Mr. B some time ago about his favourite games of all time. I can't remember if Donkey Kong features on it. There we go. I got that this morning. I'm very, very excited to play. Oh, actually, that's the other thing I need to check. The other thing I need to check is, yes, it's got the expansion pack, obviously, for Donkey Kong 64. I actually already own one of these. It was in the things that I found, like the expansion pack. So, but I'm glad. When I was looking for a Nintendo 64, a lot of them either came with completely different covers or no cover at all for that section there. So again, this was one of those. Finding this when I did was definitely one of those moments where you just feel like the universe is telling you, for God's sake, bloody well buy it again, and I did, and I don't regret it at all. But yeah, so we're gonna hook this bad boy up and get playing a bit of maybe Donkey Kong 64.